Hola Aquariuses, this is your compatibility reading for if you are in the relationship or want to get into a relationship with an Aries, okay? This is for Aries. Now, keep in mind, these are general. I'm basing them on the sun sign, so make sure you factor in the other signs too that are in their chart. These readings do not have a timeline. You can look at these at any time. So when you see it is when you view it is when you're meant to see it, I often say. And I'm doing them in the order of most views. So Aquarius, you guys had the most views for all time. So I'm doing you guys first along with the 12 signs and showing you compatibility for them. Check playlists for other signs frequently or subscribe to get notifications. The first portion is going to be main cards that I'm going to be laying down, and I'll go over them concisely and clearly and tell you what's up. The second portion is the bonus with clarifiers in Vimeo. So if you would like to purchase that, just check out the link below. Click on the link. It will take you directly to those Aquarius videos, okay? If this reading resonates with you, consider a personal reading. I do a lot of compatibility readings. I do all sorts of readings. Just email me and we can work that out, okay? So, guys, let's see what is going on with you guys. I don't know why I just did the vampire voice, but I just did, okay? So, can you please show us what Aquarius's contribution would be to a relationship with Aries? Yes, I almost said, yeah. What would the contribution be, the position, the stance of the Aries? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, and also just so you guys know, the Aries-Aquarius combination is actually good. It's not the best, but it's a pretty good compatibility, as you'll see in the heading. Okay, so they have the Two of Swords in reverse. What would be the foundation or the basis for this relationship? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Can you show me what would lie between the Aquarius and the Leo? Be it for better or worse. Whether it be for better or worse. What lies between you guys would be the Moon in the upright. In reverse. And then finally, how would they be moving forward? How would the Aquarius and the Aries move forward in this relationship? How would they move forward in this relationship? You guys would move forward with the Ten of Wands. All right, and keep in mind for these readings, I show you strengths, I show you weaknesses, okay? So if there's cards coming up, then you're like, oh, that's not a good card. There's a reason for it being in this spread. Now, the reason why you guys would do well with an Aries, or okay with an Aries, actually good with an Aries, is their assertive personality and their need for action, and that very much appeals to you, okay? So that's the dynamic that would work out for you guys. So we start off here with the Knight of Wands in reverse in regards to your contribution to this. And I automatically got with that Knight of Wands like a hesitancy, a kind of block, maybe a little bit tentative. A lot of times Aries energy can be very, I'm not going to say overbearing, but it can be very strong. It's a force to be reckoned with at times. So part of it can be, you'll have times with them where you get frustrated, you get angry, because this can be kind of like, what's the saying, when the tornado meets a volcano? It can be something like that. You'll have points like this, or you're being denied from being heard, or denied from what you have. That's a lot of the messages of this card. And really have strong emotions as a result of this. I think you'll feel at times, like I said, they're just overbearing, and you're going to get very frustrated about this. Some of you might even feel like you might experience a little bit of pessimism. You might experience a little loss of self-esteem as a result. But another thing that's going to happen with this Knight of Wands, you guys are going to end up saying things that you really regret, is what I'm getting in regards to that, okay? So I feel like when you guys are going to have an argument, it's going to be an argument. And you're going to say stuff that you don't mean to say. They might do the same, just because you've reached this point of frustration, and you're going to kind of get to a point where you just can't take it anymore. And it's interesting because I had that in another Aries reading, because I know you guys are fine. You'll be patient to a point. You'll kind of put up with stuff to a point, and then you just get to a breaking point, and I know because my daughter's an Aquarius, and then, you know, you just let things fly. Okay, so that's something that could be problematic in the relationship, but, you know, they're telling me to tell you it for a reason, so there you have it. Now, the Aries has the Two of Swords in reverse. And when it comes to them, I mean, the Two of Swords can be a lot about having a hard time making a decision about what to do, trying to figure out what the right choice is in regards to something, kind of, you know, the pros and cons in regards to something. And I feel like this kind of goes back to the arguments here. I think the arguments that you guys will have are really going to kind of be, it's, you know, the Two of Swords can be two competing sides and neither side winning. And I really think these arguments that you guys have, I mean, they're going to be there for a purpose, but they're going to cause a lot of tension. There's going to be a lot of conflict between you guys, but I think you guys need to go through these to get to the other side of things. It's just a necessary evil with you guys. And eventually I feel like you guys are going to end up working through, you know, conflict resolution somehow as a result. You will come to the conclusion that you guys get a little heated when you argue and you say things that you don't mean to say, but something will be meant to come out of that as a result, okay? Down here we have for the basis of the relationship, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, and this is about really the basis of your guys' relationships. And I feel like for both of you want to kind of like be in control. And when you're not in control, you just feel very powerless, okay? You know, this is like something being out of your control and not being able to really do very much about it, not being able to change it. And I really feel that's kind of what is going on with you guys. I really do feel like it comes down to like these arguments. And that's just going to be a part of this relationship. Now, we have the Moon in reversed here in regards to what lies between you. So remember what I was saying about it's a necessary thing for you guys to have these arguments? That's what I feel with that Moon card. Even though it's not everybody's way, even though other people maybe don't hash it out the way that you guys do, it gets you to a point here. The process that you guys have, the end point is you end up forcing yourselves to deal with deeper issues. And you become less fearful in the relationship and less anxious in the relationship. And because you guys had these, you know, these crazy arguments or whatever, you guys begin to start working through like your fears and your anxieties and realize the impact that they're having on your relationship. And freeing yourself from these behaviors you guys have. So it really is like a liberating thing. So even though you guys hash it up and people don't understand why, you guys understand why, because it's causing things to be brought to the surface that you have to deal with in your relationship, okay? So that's what lies between you guys. Now, we ended on the Ten of Wands in regards to moving forward. How will this relationship move forward? It's not going to be an easy relationship in that regard. I mean, I think because the Ten of Wands is very much about burdens and, you know, being exhausted and, you know, with responsibilities. So, I mean, it's definitely not, you know, going to be an easy relationship. It's going to be work, but it's going to be worth it, okay? I think in results of the work that you guys do. It might be, too, that you guys move forward and you're too overwhelmed with work or your responsibilities. You guys aren't making time for each other. That's another thing that could happen. You both are just kind of, you know, being like workaholics and you just aren't making space for each other. That's another indicator of this card, needing to make quality time for each other, okay? But it really is going to be work to make this relationship work, and it's going to be backbreaking work. All right, so that's the message that I'm getting for some of you guys. I'm going to skip over to Vimeo. If you want to go into this in depth with me, with clarifiers, then by all means, click on the link below. It'll take you right to where you need to be. Otherwise, if you're having difficulties or I'm speaking terrible today, so I'm going to apologize for that in advance. But if you're having, you want to know about compatibility with somebody, then consider a personal reading, and we could certainly go over that, okay? Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Best of luck to you, Aquariuses. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Adios.